if you are on your cycle right now, it is time for you to rest, to nourish your body, to receive. And of course, our culture doesn't create those sacred spaces for women as in time off during her moon cycle, but we can carve out those times for ourselves, changing the culture from the inside out, whether it's taking a day off of work or it is finding this short practice to nourish ourselves. Let's start in a child's pose. Knees are wide for this one, so the whole body can just let go. As you exhale, feel the belly drop between the bones of the thighs. And notice the way the inhale fills the torso towards the thigh bones, taking a few soft breaths. As you're ready, crawl the hands further away until the hips lift just a bit off the heels. Now, curl the hips to the right. Bring them over. Bring them forward now over the wrists, all the way to the left, and then back to the heels. Let's do that twice more. Circle, slow, gentle, easeful, finding the fluidity of the muscles that surround the reproductive organs. Letting the organs be soft. And then other side, inhaling over to the left, crawling towards palms, and softening to the right and all the way back. These circular motions bring us into the wisdom of the moon, the repetitive cycles of our life, our body, and the earth. You are in a space of deep wisdom now, surrendering down to child's pose again to breathe. And then inhale forward into tabletop position. This is the time we're the most sensitive, right? Let the body just explore. A little cat-cow or snake-like motion. Really free form here. Creative expression, ease of the joints of neck, elbows, wrists, shoulder rolls. Lots of breath. And let's turn it into cat-cow, inhaling heart forward, let the womb drop, express, exhale, curl inward, gazing at belly button. Now, if you're on day 2, 3, 4, you might want to up level. It's just an option, which is to lift the kneecaps on the exhale. It's an option to exhale, press the feet down, lift the kneecaps. Inhale, heart comes forward. Last one here. We don't want to crunch too much into our belly. We want everything to flow really easy, but it is nice to keep our bodies strong during these days, right? Knees over hips, walk the hands forward on Hatasana. Strong arm bones lifting up towards the moon. Upper arm bones rolling inward, so triceps towards the floor, yet the heart is free to just release. Squeezing inner thighs powerfully, let's walk the hands over to the left side. Perhaps placing right hand on top of left hand, press the earth away and reach the right side ribs long behind you. Feel that stretch through the side waist. Slow inhale back to center, all the way to the right side. And lengthen from left wrist to left hip. flooding breath not only into the lungs, but all the way into the low back, really full through the kidneys, all the way into the womb center. Breathe nice and deep. Inhaling to unwind, coming back to center and back to tabletop. Let's tuck the toes, take a downward facing dog. And again, move freely here. Your body is at a place of deep, creative openness, intuition. This is the portal time when we can often sense things we haven't been aware of. And oftentimes that comes in the form of frustration or upset, and that's fine. Welcome everything that's here. Take a big, courageous breath into it as you settle into down dog. Inhaling the right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. And exhale, bring that foot all the way forward, planting down between the hands. Dropping back knee, rise on up, and you might want to lift the back knee, but again, keep it easy peasy today. We'll drop the hands behind, lift the chest, reach for the floor, and then rise on up. Twice more, finding that fluid motion of the arms, that circular moon-like shape that draws us into the trance state, altered state of consciousness that is so available at this time of the month. As you lift and rise, you might deepen the bend of the front knee, crawl the belly back, lift high, and exhale, release the hands to floor, stepping back into child's pose or down dog. Take a breath. Inhale, left leg rises, bend the knee, open the hip. Giving all those muscles around the pelvis a breather, honoring them at this time. Slow exhale to bring the foot forward, plant it down, drop the knee or not, rise the arms up, and then begin those circular shapes, maybe bending the elbows, then letting hands drop, scooping towards earth and rising back up. Last time, and meet me in that uplifted shape. If you're feeling more inward today, the hands could simply come to the heart, honoring yourself in this long line of grandmothers, mothers, daughters, in which you find yourself, all of us connected through the wisdom of our moon cycle. Releasing the hands down to the floor now. Meet me on your bootay. We'll take the feet close together. To touch, you might want to lift onto block, blanket, or bolster here. Letting the inner thighs open. Let's focus first on length. Each inhale draws either hip point steady towards the midline, and then supports the spine to lift a little higher. Yeah, so the pelvic bowl, this sacred cauldron of wisdom and knowledge that is our nature as women, it's the support, it's the base for the rising of the Kundalini, the awakened state. And as you're ready, fold forward a little or a lot. Reclaiming the wisdom traditions of our ancestresses, acknowledging how awake we are at this time of the month, even though we're sleepy on a physical level, how awake the soul body can be, especially when we take sacred time for nourishing, resting, rejuvenating. We really start to feel our inner gifts thrive at this time. Another cycle of breath here, and an inhale to rise. Let's open one leg over to the side, stabilizing the hips, and then crawling the hands over, going broad through the chest. Find a side bend here. Might give the ankle a little attention. Every part of the body wants attention at this time of the month. We tend to be a little more flexible, so make sure your hips are stable and you're reaching long to protect your muscles, your joints. Bottom arm might crisscross. Last round of breath. Inhale, rise. Come right into the twist in the other direction. And slowly switch sides. Same medicine, other side. Sometimes during our cycle, we can feel alone or like no one gets it. Our partner might not get it. We might have to feel like we have to make excuses to take rest. In this moment, letting all of that go, just letting your inner radiance be a gentle light that comes from within, just luxuriating in your inner essence. A cycle of breath to elongate and expand, and an inhale to lift and twist. Unwinding to bring the feet out in front of you. If you do have a block, you might want to keep that handy. We'll roll down here. And inhaling, the hips lift, arms lift, float up overhead. Exhale, let the arms and the hips go. Let's take it a few more times. It's okay to be in movement during our moon cycle, but we do not want to overdo it. So you could keep going with that motion or just rest here with me. Taking the arms into a T, draw the knees to chest and exhale over to one side. Perhaps you're keeping the palms flat if you're feeling ungrounded. I find during my cycle, I often want as much grounding as possible, staying close to earth, touching earth with my palms. Inhale, knees to center, and exhale to the other side. Inhaling center, happy baby pose, hands outside shins, or hands inside knees outside feet. Breathe into that shape. Tick-tocking hips, perhaps side to side, and peeling the sit bones further away from your center. A full breath here. And as you're ready, letting that go, taking the feet to touch. A perfect time to take 2 blocks and stick them underneath the outer thighs. So if you'd like to take this restorative Baddha Konasana, do bolster yourself with blankets or pillows or blocks. If you'd prefer to move into Shavasana, you can stay here for just a moment or two, inviting the ease of your flow downward, taking hands to belly, and then drawing them sensually to the tops of the thighs, all the way towards the knees. A few breaths, stimulating that sacred release of Apana Vayu. Powerful cleanse of the body-mind that keeps us youthful, healthy, and connected to our life force. And either staying in supported, restorative Baddha Konasana or releasing legs. Either way, let's take womb mudra. Thumbs and pointer fingers touch down to the low belly. Let the elbows release. Let the eyeballs close. Let the jaw soften. Moon Queen, it is the time of the month for you to receive nourishment. You are a living portal for the blood mysteries of our grandmothers at this moment. Honor yourself with deep rest. Namaste.